Hi, I'm putting in 2 new albums into the shop today, and these are made with papers from American Crafts, and the paper line is called The Colour of Memories. Both these albums are very similar but not identical. This one is 6 inches across and almost 6 inches in height. It's about 1/8 of an inch off the 6 inches, and this one, very similar, not identical, is 6 inches across and 5.5 inches in height. Now both these albums are the same price, but with this one, the smaller one, you will be getting some free embellishments that come from the same paper line, the exact paper line, so they match all the images exactly. So I'll talk more about that in a few minutes. Both these albums come with a presentation wallet, and here are some of the designs of the wallets, and we've got some bright coloured ones as well, and they come with a gift tag as well, so you can pop the album into the presentation wallet and fill in your gift tag, and there's no need to wrap your album. And these are handmade, and they're large envelopes, so you can actually pop the album in with your gift tag and mail them. So all my albums of this size come free with a presentation wallet and gift tag. Right, I'll just go through the albums here. Right, this is the first one. As I say, they're very similar but not identical. So here's the front cover, and I've decorated it with one of these rosettes, and there's 2 gold studs there and some pale blue washi. And I absolutely love these papers. So that's a day out in the park. And then moving on, I've not decorated any of these pages with embellishments because they absolutely didn't need it, but I did do some stamping. I bought a kit with all these 12 by 12 papers in. I bought the matching embellishments, the matching stamps and the matching tags. So I've used some of the embellishments in the book, but not on each page, because each page is it didn't need anything. The images are gorgeous and the colours are gorgeous. And there's the inside cover, and there's some hot air balloons there, and then on this side you've got a whole page of hot air balloons, and some of these have been glittered. I think the camera is picking up that glitter, so some of the hot air balloons are glittered on that page. And then moving on, the next one is the same page. And moving across here, there's a page of clouds, all different shades, white fluffy clouds, some green and pale blue clouds, and these clouds being glittered. And I've just stamped a hot air balloon there. I used red ink, and that matches the other page lovely. And that was one of the stamps that was in the collection, so it's the exact same shape as the balloons there. Moving on, the fluffy cloud page again, and I've stamped an image there, just half of the image showing through the clouds. And moving on to this page, the trees there and the flowers that are in the park. It's all park themed, these papers. That's the other side, some flowers, and then over here the flowers shown larger. Beautiful colours and a lovely white background shows up the colours. Lovely bright summery colours. Excuse me. the next page, and then this is the back page, and I've made a pocket here, and the paper that I've used for the back page is this lovely stripy paper, and a lot of not all the stripes, but a lot of them are being glittered, and all those colours match perfectly to all the colours that are on all the pages. And then see, room there to paste another large photo, a pocket there where you can put overflow photographs in, and I've used that pocket to put tags in. And this is the first tag. I stamped one of the trees. This butterfly washi at the bottom, that wasn't in the collection, that's just something I had in my stash, and the colours went perfectly with these papers. Then I stamped a tree, and I stamped some clouds, and I've just trimmed it off with some washi, and I've stamped on the back journal and trimmed the very top with a tiny thin piece of washi, and that goes in there. I mentioned that some of the embellishments that I got in this kit, these were these tiny thin long tags. So what I've done, I cut a piece of white cardstock into a standard tag size, a shipping tag, and I've pasted that tiny tag on top after I threaded it with some blue ribbon, and I just trimmed the end of that tag with the butterfly washi that I had in my stash. So, and on the back of that I've stamped journal, and then I just stamped a little peach tag for some extra journaling. And then on the back cover it's the stripy glittered paper, and then going inside we've got 6 large photo mats and journal tags. So these will be about 5.5 by 5.5, and I've stamped, sorry for the shadow, I've stamped a hot air balloon on all those, and I've stamped journal. So you journal on that side, and you pop a photograph on that side, and there's 6 of those, and I've done 3 designs. I've done 2 of this design, I've done 2 of this design, and I've done 2 of this design. But all the reverse of all the photo mats have all got a red hot air balloon, a matching ink, same journal with the handmade tabs. So that's the larger of the 2 albums, and then I'll quickly go through the smaller one, which is almost the same but slightly different. Like all my albums, you never get 2 identical. So when you purchase an album, you're getting a 1 in a million. Right, so here I've used a different colour rosette. It's slightly smaller than the previous album. It's 5.5 in height, 6 across. So that's the front cover, and I'll quickly go through this because I've used exactly the same papers in the same order. I've stamped on that page like I did the previous one, but obviously I've not put it in the exact same spot. There's the hot air balloon soaring right up in the clouds, and again on that side. Now here I've put, because it's not quite half an inch smaller in height but it's the same price, I've included 2 of the embellishments that I got in the kit, and these are felt, and there's a tree to match these trees, and there's the flowers, and they match these flowers and the same flowers later on in the album. And they're made of felt, and they've got sticky back pop-up things on the back to make them adhesive. And that's 4 layers there. You've got the leaves, the flowers, and then right on the top you've got a button there and an enamel piece there. So that's that, and the tree, 3 colours and a button. So those I'm giving in with this album, so I'll just pop them there. And then the other pages are exactly the same until you come to these tags and the pocket. I've used different paper for the pocket. Here you've still got the glittered page, and like I mentioned before, these tiny tags came with the pack. Now, although the page of the stripy page is glittered, this was matte. There was no glitter on this little tag whatsoever. So what I've done, I've gone, I think, every other stripe, and I've just glittered it with crystal stickles down every other stripe, so it matches the paper with the glitter. And then I've popped in a little blue ribbon in there, and I've adhered it to this white cardstock tag that I cut out, stuck the little tag on top of it, and matched it with that butterfly washi, and on the reverse I've stamped journal. And then I've cut a piece of white cardstock into a shipping tag here. I've trimmed the top and bottom with washi. I've stamped journal, and on this side I've trimmed the top with some pale blue washi. I've stamped some clouds, and I've stamped a hot air balloon, and I've just put the butterfly washi on the bottom. So all these, everything in both albums coordinates with the papers, everything, the tags, the rosettes, and these little embellishments. So I'll just pop those back in the back page. And I also done a tiny peach tag, and I will just pop these into this pocket as well. So if you wish to purchase one of these albums, say which one you want, either the 6-inch one or the 5.5 inch with the embellishments. And then at the top here I've done 6 large tags. These are about 5.5 by 5.5. I've stamped each one with a hot air balloon and the same ink. I've stamped journal. I've got my handmade tabs on the top, and like the previous book, I've done 2 each of this design and 2 each of the previous designs that I showed you from the other album. So you get 6 photo mats, 6 journal tags, the 3 journal tags in the back with the pocket, and the album with the presentation gift wallet and gift tag. Thanks for watching. Bye.